Sage. I enjoyed your book about the Lost City, and I believe you're the one who can help me find its treasure.
The Lost City scratches that particular Channing Tatum itch. The same one satisfied by his directorial debut Dog, where he once again claims the title of Himbo Supreme. His goofy charm, coupled with the radiant and reliable presence of Sandra Bullock, keeps the film afloat even when its mere 112-minute runtime starts to feel endless, and fewer of its jokes begin to land.
If I don't get to this island, my friend and her cover model are going to die.
I am driving.
Oh.
The Lost City is directed by brothers Aaron and Adam Nee, who also share writing credits with Dana Fox and Oren Uziel. Whether or not the production was a case of too many cooks, it often feels like it, between its dropped threads and unfunny subplot detours. However, when a movie is this self-assured of its stars and what they bring to the table, no amount of haphazard filmmaking can prevent it from being enjoyable. Bullock plays burnout romance author Loretta Sage, who balks at the prospect of yet another book tour where her heartthrob cover model, Alan, played by Tatum, hogs the spotlight. The two have an argument. Before Alan can apologize, he witnesses her being taken by Daniel Radcliffe's skeezy businessman, Abigail Fairfax. Abigail may have discovered the Lost City about which Loretta has been writing, and hopes to use her real-world skills as a former archaeologist to uncover the mystery. Alan embarks on a rescue mission with his suave former trainer, played by Brad Pitt, but unsurprisingly, things go off the rails. Bullock's character is given more emotional heft than the trailers let on. For one thing, the Lost City introduces us to Loretta through pictures of her alongside her now-dead husband, whose absence has caused her to become closed off from the world. It's a big emotional swing from a film filled wall-to-wall with jokes, but it affords Bullock the opportunity to bring a sense of gravitas to even her quippiest interactions and her bits of physical comedy, making for a delightful contrast with the seemingly airheaded Alan. Where Loretta's woes are on full display, Alan is more of a closed book that she and the audience discover chapter by chapter, mostly through his genuine concern for her. For the many things that don't work in The Lost City, Loretta and Alan's simmering yet slapstick romance makes up for nearly all of them. Its emotional throughline doesn't really play as intended, though. The film's dramatic moments tend to grind things to a halt, acting as more of a pause button on the comedy than a complementary force, but thankfully, Tatum and Bullock's banter is always just around the corner. The supporting cast is for the most part delightful too, even when they don't entirely work. Pitt is absurdly, almost satirically hyper-capable in an action hero role tailor-made for him. Radcliffe's Napoleon complex as a scorned billionaire makes him a lively treat as he whips between soft-spoken and megalomaniacal. Elsewhere, the search for Loretta is augmented by her PR team, led by her dedicated publisher Beth, played by Divine Joy Randolph. She unfortunately finds herself on the receiving end of the film's least funny dialogue, mostly alongside The Office's Oscar Nunez, as an idiosyncratic pilot who simultaneously has too much screen time and yet too little to do. Each time the focus moves away from Tatum and Bullock, it's a drag, albeit a largely inoffensive one. However, every time the story returns to them and allows them to let loose, they each paint their characters' worst moments with enough vulnerability that it becomes impossible not to enjoy their presence. The Lost City leaves a lot to be desired, but when it works like a charm. The Lost City is bland and messy whenever Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum aren't on screen. Thankfully, their comedic banter is front and center for most of the film, with Bullock showing why she still excels at action and romance, and Tatum proving once again that he's Hollywood's greatest himbo. For more movie reviews, check out what we thought of Everything Everywhere All at Once and The Atom Project. For everything else, stick with IGN.